Hi, I'm Cecilia. I'm back. This time I'm talking about a little bit about my marriage, what I discovered. I discovered because my ex was my first, my only. I discovered how truly boring my sex life was. I discovered that after my divorce. I tried to spice things up because the last 2 to 4 years, sex was almost it was non-existent. At least the last 2 years. The 2 years before that, once a quarter, if that, and before that, once, I don't even know, probably once a quarter again. He told me he lost interest. He didn't know why. He went through all medical testing and everything. And I think he just no longer wanted to be with me. And it's sad that, he kept saying, I don't want to lose my family. I don't want to lose my family. And ironically, I said to him, you're not going to lose your family. And we did holidays, the kids' birthdays, everything together. Not that we went together, but we met together. We kept our family traditions. And ironically, he then, last 5 years out of our kids' lives, just remarried, is with her and her child. And like I said, it's sad for my children, but I just discovered really how truly boring it was. I discovered how amazing it could be with the right person. Not like saying I'm sleeping around and I haven't had a lot of experience, but one guy, we just clicked. We just clicked. It was truly and utterly amazing. I discovered, I never was into toys or anything, and I discovered that I don't mind them with someone else. I'm not a person to use them by myself, but this gentleman and I experimented with toys, and he was more experienced, so he bought them, and it even made it even more amazing. And I'm not saying like Christian Grey kind of, because I did meet this one guy, big teddy bear, sweetheart of a guy, had his kids half the time, and really was so intelligent, so smart. Like I said, a big teddy bear. And then he dropped it on me that he's like, someone he can dominate. And I wasn't sure how much he wanted. And he said he'll give me a little taste. And so, I had, talked with him and met him a couple times. And I went over to his place and, simple commands, nothing. He said, we're not going to have sex or anything, but just to give you a taste of what I'm like. And he's like, take your shoes off, take your socks off, just different things. And he wanted me to say, yes, sir, after everything, every command. And I forgot. And he said, next time you'll be punished. And then the next time I forgot to say, yes, sir, he smacked me across the face. And I was like, I'm sorry, I'm out. And he said, I didn't think you were into this. And it was night and day. He was like a Jekyll and Hyde, such a different person when he wasn't in that mode. And he said he met someone in his 20s. She wanted to be dominated, and he discovered he liked it. And it's a shame because he's a sweetheart of a guy. Never would have thought. So, we parted. We kept in touch a little bit here and there, but, it wasn't going to work out. He wasn't willing to compromise. He said he did that in his marriage, and it just didn't make him happy. He craved it. And so, and like I always say, I do not judge anybody. If that's what you like, go for it. Say it. And that's why I say online dating, I wish people really did say what they want. Because like I said, I have discovered my sexual side. Like I said, it's not the most important thing, but I think you need to connect with someone spiritually, emotionally, and sexually, and I think you need to keep it fresh and exciting, both in and out of the bedroom. You need to be spontaneous. You need to say to him, listen, meet me so-and-so. And the most amazing date I ever had was with my dear Frank, who passed away. And he said, be ready at 6 o'clock. And he picked me up. And when we got to this place where we always went. He opened the trunk. He had a comforter. He had a blanket. He had, sandwiches, snacks, drinks, candles. And we went on the beach and we sat on the comforter and we watched the sunset. We talked, we laughed. It was just everything rolled into one. It was romantic. It was fun. It was, intimate. It was just amazing. It was spontaneous. It did get a little cold as the sun was setting and we had to take the blanket and wrap it around us. And that didn't cost really that much. So I always say you can meet someone who has all the money in the world and he can, jet you off here, jet you off there, or take you on to expensive dinners or expensive places. But I mean, if he puts no thought behind it, if he's the one saying to you, oh, what do you want to do? What do you want? He should get to know you, know what you want. And I've had guys that really shouldn't be dating. One was working nights, had his child every weekend, and really had no money, was living with his mom, was deep in debt from his divorce. I get it, and I feel sorry for these men. But if you really can't afford to be dating, you shouldn't be on a dating site. It's not fair. And if someone was honest and said, listen, I don't have money, I really can't be dating, but I'd like someone to talk to. I'm not opposed to that. You want to talk, you want to share your day, that's fine. I had another guy that worked 3 to 11, got up in the morning, got his son off to school because he didn't live far from his ex, and then went off to school. He was finishing his degree. He really had no time except Sunday after he brought his son back, or a Monday if I was off. So that didn't work. Nice guy, everything. And really didn't have much money because he had his own apartment. He's paying, alimony and child support. I get it. You're doing the right thing. And I applaud these men. And I think it's great that they're so involved with their children. I mean, I wish I could find someone that there was that balance where they were involved with their children, but yet had the time for me. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying 24/7, but be realistic. I mean, women too. I mean, I'm not opposed. I'm a very budgeted person. I don't make a lot of money, but I'm very budgeted. And there's certain things that I do without because I'm sorry, I can't afford them. I'm not opposed to splitting the bill with someone, as long as you pick a restaurant that's within, my means. So, when anybody that's out there just starting this process, you're going to go through. I did have a one-night stand. He was amazing. I didn't think I'd ever do something like that. There was so many men that I just didn't think I would click with, and I did. There was others that I thought I clicked with and never heard from again. One gentleman, 4 hours, walked and talked for 4 hours, and he wanted to see me again. We made a date to see each other again. Couldn't wait. He was texting me. That was a Saturday, and he said, okay, good night. Didn't hear from him until Thursday when we were supposed to go to dinner. And at 3:00 when we're supposed to meet at 6. And I still didn't even know. I'm like, okay, he fell off the grid. I don't think we're going to dinner. And he told me that he had to cancel and he'd reschedule. Never heard from him again. So I don't know. Men just say, sorry, met someone else, or sorry, I'm just out there dating. Same thing, women. Women, be honest. There's some women, they just want to hook up and they got kids and they just want someone to hook up with and have sex and whatever. And if you've been in a marriage where it's boring and you're not a freak, experiment. You don't like it, don't try it again. Explain when you get to that point. Like I said, I'm not a prude, but I'm not looking at this point just to jump in bed with someone. So get out there, experiment, go to coffee, don't jump right in bed, first date. as much as you might want sex or need sex, don't. It just doesn't work out. It really doesn't. I did it once, and I did see him a couple of times, but then that's all he wanted. Didn't want to take me out, and great guy, but like I said, that's all he wanted. So men, women, get out there, be honest, say what you want. If I was honest with the first guy I was with, I said, listen, I've been with no one else except my ex. So I think I've talked enough this time. And so I hope you enjoyed again. And I look forward to the next time. Okay, bye.